You can have all the confidence in the world, but as long as you listen to other people, you're not going to cross over that arrogance. As soon as you shut down your ears and you're not listening anymore, that's when you cross that line, and now you're arrogant. All right, how's everybody doing? It's another day, another thought process. I'm digging it, loving this. All right, let's see. Last week had some fun, went down to Alabama, got to see a good friend of mine. He's part of our Iron Oak Society. That is a men's society that I founded along with a bunch of other great men. 3 months ago, we're already up to 64 men, so it's flying fast. Just a great group of men. I mean, strong men that have exceeded well in their business, exceeded well with their families, Iron Oak Society. So very pumped on that, but we're doing something really new and exciting. So I went out to Alabama, put all that together. It's kind of top secret right now, so I'll tell you guys more once it's actually live and out there. And it was just really neat to see everybody out in Alabama and look at his property. He had a big white-tailed deer preserve that he was running on 64 acres. He raises chickens. He had over 100,000 chickens in the different silos, free-range chickens. Really neat to see all that stuff. I loved it. And then it just so happened that weekend, he had a 2-day self-defense seminar. And what it was situational awareness. It was shooting. We went to the gun range. It was self-defense, talking about boxing, Muay Thai, pressure points, all of that stuff. And then the last half was CQC, close quarter combat, clearing rooms. So much fun. God, I had a lot of fun on that one. But I had an interesting dynamic happen while I was there, and I wanted to share it. I want to talk to you guys about this. And it all revolves around confidence. Now, we hear that word all the time, and confidence means different things to different people, but I'm going to tell you what it means to me. I'm going to break it down a little bit so you guys have a better idea. I am a very confident individual. I know who I am. I know what my goal is. I know where I'm going. I do not let little chirpings or people affect my mood or anything else. I know exactly who I am. And there's different levels of confidence. And I didn't pop out of the womb with this confidence. Trust me, I was scared of my own shadow at 16. This is something that's learned, it's experiences. You got to learn from your experiences. You know, we always hear that saying, if you don't learn the past, you're doomed to repeat it. That is so true. I cannot tell you how true that is. And so I'm a very confident individual. And something happened in my 30s sometime. I was my early or mid 30s, where I started to hear people tell me, you intimidate me. You intimidate me. I'm scared to be around you. And I don't get that. If you know me personally, you know that I'm going to go find a 6-pack of beer and we're going to laugh and giggle and drink and we're going to have a great time. That's not my MO, but people are intimidated. So before I get to the reason why they're intimidated, I do want to talk about the stages of confidence that people get to. Usually confidence comes from conquering something, right? What is that saying? Pain is weakness leaving the body. You usually have to go through something before you get your confidence. You know, you remember we put the key in the ignition when you're driving the car for the first time, you know how scared you were, but you didn't want to screw up. And now look at you. You don't even think about it when you go to drive a car. Your confidence is through the roof when you drive. And so those type of things is what we're going to be talking about today, of the levels of confidence you have as a person. Now, for me, I know me, it always starts with my appearance. I know I'm confident when I have a good appearance. My body's in good shape. I have nice clothes on. They look good on me. I'm happy and I have a level of confidence where I look like that. If I have a sweatshirt that's 2 sizes too big, my gut's hanging out, decided not to go to the gym for the last 2 months, I'm not going to feel as confident as I was if I was in shape doing the work, putting in the time, putting in the homework to do where I need to be. So the step one of confidence is look good, feel good, take care of yourself, take care of your body. As your confidence grows, the next thing that you're going to have to control and tackle is that mind of yours. That brain, that mind in here that is still built on prehistoric data that says don't get eaten, don't die, be safe, and make sure your ego's intact and don't let anybody touch your ego. And that mind that protects your body so you stay alive, it's important. but not so much in our civilization today. And a lot of the times your ego is going to get you in a lot of trouble because you want to let people know that you know what you're doing. I've been here. I know what I'm doing. I know what's going on. And at some point in time, your ego is going to make you go from confident to arrogant. And that's a fine line. You can have all the confidence in the world, but as long as you listen to other people, you're not going to cross over that arrogance. As soon as you shut down your ears and you're not listening anymore, that's when you cross that threshold. That's when you cross that line, and now you're arrogant. Nobody wants to be called that. It's an ugly word. I hate it. I've been called arrogant multiple times, and then I have to prove to the person that called me arrogant, no, I do know what I'm doing, and there's a confidence behind this. And of course, you don't go, I know what I'm doing. Because that's just going to add to the arrogance. You got to walk you got to walk the walk. You got to have your own actions. Just want to take a moment to talk about Square Coil here. Square Coil has been powering the signage industry since 2011, and we're only growing bigger and better and stronger every single day. Some of the latest updates have just made my life a lot easier. I'm sure it's going to make your life a lot easier. So if you haven't checked us out, go ahead and get on our website, squarecoil.com. Take a look. And if you have an outdated key, an old software program that's going to be closing its doors this year, definitely take a look at us because we can make that transition real simple for you. Take a look at squarecoil.com. So step one of confidence. Don't get excitable. Somebody comes up and goes, F you. Okay, well, you're having a bad day. How can I help you? And already you're de-escalating it and you're not trying to match energy for energy. Matching energy for energy never gets anybody anywhere. It's never fun. If your customer yells at you and you yell back at the customer, nothing happened. That's good. That's all bad. So getting excitable is a very difficult thing. That's the first probably mastery of you. If you can learn not to get excitable, you've got to step up on most of the population here on the good old planet Earth, because that is a very difficult thing to do. But number one, don't get excitable. The next step in confidence, be able to hear somebody else's point of view without it attacking your viewpoint. Now remember, your actions come from your thoughts. Your thoughts come from your beliefs. And so what happens is if you believe something, you're going to think about it and then you're going to take action on it. If somebody comes in and tells you something about their beliefs that's contrary to your beliefs, they're not telling you to change your mind. They're just telling you the way you think. They're not attacking you and your belief system. They're just pointing out a different viewpoint. Now, this is way easier said than done, but if you can take somebody's different viewpoint and listen to it, maybe apply some logic to it, maybe change your beliefs 1%, 2%, that's a win. That's a level of confidence that you have to where you know who you are and they can talk about who they are, and you don't take that as an attack. You take that as an attack on you. So being able to listen to other people's viewpoints. Number 3. Be able to take constructive criticism. Now, this is a tough one because I'm going to tell you right now, most people do not know how to approach something lightly and give constructive criticism. They don't. You come in, you've been sweating, working out in the yard, you walk in your house, your wife looks at you and goes, God, you stink. Okay, not really constructive criticism. You're just criticizing me. If you said, well, I think it's ready for a shower for you. A little less painful. They're kind of guiding me. Hey, this is what you should do to get back on track here. Okay, I like that. Constructive criticism. Hey, maybe you should stop sending emails past 4 p.m. You're getting a little tired. Your emails are getting a little sloppy. You don't look as professional as you used to. Constructive criticism. Criticism as a whole, if you're very confident, you can just take straight up criticism. You're arrogant. You don't know what you're doing. Okay. It is what it is. That's his view. That doesn't have to be my viewpoint. But if you are a certain level of confident, you're going to be able to take that constructive criticism and just straight criticism and not have it affect your day. Learn from it, grow from it, and move on. All the crap and negativity that's there, drop it. Let it go. Let that be, just make it go away. Learn what you want to learn. And if you don't want to learn anything, that's okay too. Not everything in life has to be a full-on lesson, but you have to be able to take criticism. Ooh, is a tough one. I don't know if you guys are ready for this one. I struggle with this one too. Do not let anybody affect your mood. I know, right? Think about the last time you got in an argument. Were you in a good mood before they came home? Then all of a sudden you're cranky? It didn't have to be that way. Who's in control of your mood? You are. Nobody else is. Nobody has that type of power. You can give them that power. You can give them the power to change your mood, but you gave that away. That's on you. Has nothing to do with them. You have the power not to have anything affect your mood. You can still stay happy. Now that's a tough one on the level of confidence. I struggle with that one. I had a board lay into me yesterday, Sunday, at the end of the whole shooting thing, and tell me what I did wrong and what was going on. And frankly, didn't give me a lot of positive feedback, just negative, sent me on my way. I gleaned from it what I could. I took the lessons. I will make little tweaks in how I attack things. But for the most part, there might have been a little bit of jealousy going on in there, and they might have been intimidated by me. And guess what happens when you have a huge level of confidence? What happens? People are going to tear you down because it's way easier to attack you than it is to build themselves up. Way easier to destroy than to create. And so when we're looking at that level of confidence, this is kind of the platform that happens here. You start to get confident, people start to pay attention to you. You get really confident, people start to follow you. You get very, very confident, people start to get intimidated by you. And then you get such a level of confidence that you walk out the room, you're always the same person, you're always smiling because you just know who you are, and people are going to try and tear you down. That's the levels. But I will take confidence all day long, every single day of the week, twice on Sunday, versus second guessing myself, versus not trusting my instincts of what's happening. Your internal Jiminy Cricket's spot on. They know exactly what to do. Your moral compass should be pointing north all the time, making the right decisions. We don't know what the right decisions were. We've gone to school. We've read the Bible. I don't care if you're religious or not. You know what the Bible stands for. Do the right thing when no one's looking. That moral compass, that's all part of the confidence that comes with it. And here's the best part. When you have tackled yourself, your mind, being able to listen to other people and not affect your mood, then you get to some level, and it's called helping others. And you get to help others. You get to talk with other people, converse with them. You get to give them little tidbits of good, positive, constructive criticism. Where you go, hey, if you did this, it'd be so much better. You do a really, really good job. If you would allow me to give you some feedback, this is what I'd like to say to you. You can cover it or, showcase it in a bunch of different ways. So it's a nice, soft approach where they have their walls down and they're willing to listen to you. They're willing to listen to you. Those are the things right there that I think are just amazing when you know who you are and you're comfortable in your own skin. As a leader, as an owner, as the leader of your family, you have to, work on these things and make sure that level of confidence is there. Because your kids are watching, your employees are watching, your significant others watching, and those people are going to follow a person that's confident. So after being over, this weekend and learning this or beginning to relearn and have it put in my face, I thought it was a good topic for you guys to listen to because, man, confidence is something you have to work on every single day, like a perfect golf swing. You're always constantly working on your golf swing. You always have to work on your confidence and give grace to the others that attack you because at the end of the day, it probably has a lot more to do with them than it has to do with you. Just keep smiling and the world's going to be a better place. Talk to you next week.